Hi, this is Heather from Stamps Paper Love. Today I have a scrapbooking process video for you that I hope inspires you to tell your own stories. If you're interested in more scrapbooking inspiration, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow the links in the video description to find me on Instagram and Facebook. Today's project is a project for Traci Reed Designs. The theme for November is gratitude. And so I have kind of a double project here. I have the scrapbook page, and then I also made the cards that you saw at the opening part of the video that were gratitude cards that I made on Canva with Traci's Designs to share with my students when it comes time for the week of Thanksgiving. So I'm just making a layout about the cards because I feel like I'll want to save that memory and add it into an album somewhere. So I have this gold background, and I'm just taking a little bit of distress ink and creating this chicken wire pattern, kind of a honeycomb, I don't know, something like that with the stencil, just where the pumpkin cut file that I showed you earlier, which by the magic of TV production here has video production, I guess, not TV production, has been all backed with those gorgeous Traci Reed papers from the Goldenrod collection. So I printed off a few of the 4 different designs that I had made on Canva of the gratitude cards, and so then I set them up and took a photo, and that's what I'm going to put on the scrapbook page. I've backed that cut file with paper and with that lovely purple foam that I seem to have a lot of for some reason from a project long ago. So now it's just going on the backs of things that I want to add a little bit of dimension to. And so now I just have some embellishing to do, and I'm going to add some foam to the backs of some of these pieces as well. This little element was a frame that came in the collection, and then I have a little sticky note on it that I'm going to put a little bit of journaling on. There were a couple of tags in the collection, so I just added those on with with some brown ribbon that I had. And I don't know if you are a longtime scrapper, but I do have a very vintage product used on here. If you look closely at the stem of the pumpkin, there is some vintage Making Memories Twistel on there. I still have quite a bit of that stuff left, and it worked kind of nicely to give a little texture to the layout and use up some very old supplies that need to get out of the stash. And now I'm just going to add a few more little bits and pieces, a couple of little tickets just to kind of layer up behind the photo. And of course, you know, I fuss around and fiddle in what position I'm going to put things in, and some of them had words on it that didn't really go with this particular topic, so I'm just tucking them in there so you can see the color but not so much the words. And you know, just going with the flow here. So what else am I going to do? Oh, I fussy cut out a couple more pumpkins. I wanted to add a few more little pumpkins in from the collection, pumpkins and leaves. So I have a few more of those to cut out and put on here. I normally cut out Traci's things with my silhouette, but I had kind of been having some technology snags with that. With an old computer, and I now have a new computer, so I will be back in business to get the Silhouette software to cut out all my little bits and pieces for me. Yeah, so here we are, still just fussing and fiddling with all these little bits and pieces. Here comes the title. For the title, I found a set of thickers. It's gold. Just seemed to kind of work nicely with the colors of the collection, and I'm just spelling out gratitude. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'm done. I don't know. I'm looking at it. I'm going to kind of decide. And then I just decide that that top corner, it has a little bit more white space than I really prefer. So I just tore off a little bit up at the top, and then I'm going to back that place where the tear is with a lovely little plaid paper from the collection. And then I'm going to add a couple other little, I was thinking about cutting out the pumpkins from the cards that I had printed to use up there, and I don't end up doing that. I just use some of the other little odds and ends that I had left over on the collection, along with a little tag. I think right now I'm looking for a stamp set that I'm going to use that just says making time for this. As teachers, you have a lot of things to do, and this isn't exactly probably the most productive use of my time in terms of math instruction. But sometimes the relationship building is super, super important, and I think a lot of times we expect people to give thanks for teachers and be grateful for teachers, but not always do the students get that same recognition, and they definitely bring a lot to my life. That's going to pretty much wrap up the video. We are going to have some still shots at the end. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found some inspiration in the video. Have a great day, and be sure to get in some of your own creative time telling your own stories.